What's up, everyone? For Real Gaming PR here today, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Batman Telltale series, Season 1. So, right off the bat, this game is amazing. Like, if I don't care if you don't like Batman, I don't care if you don't like superheroes in general. This is just a great game, like a great story, great everything. It's like a just amazing. Like, I've never been blown away by by a game so much ever in my life. Besides the Arkham games, I mean, but like it's been for a while. Anyways, wanted just to say that this is going to be a spoiler review. So, if you have not played the Telltale series and you are trying to avoid spoilers and you haven't had a chance to play the game yet, go ahead and leave this video because it's just going to be spoiler heavy. I'm going to be talking about each episode, and so yeah. So, anyways, that's your guys' warning. So, I'm gonna start getting on with the review. So, for those of you who don't know, this game is you pretty much choose what happens in the story. So, you get to choose what the character says. Like, it'll give you about four categories to choose from, and like you can push. Like, let's say you're playing on Xbox, like me. It'll say A. You can say this, or I can't think of anything. Just pretend this is one thing that's it's kind of like a nice comment, and then you have like a different comment, and then you have like a mean comment, and then like it's just like you get to choose like what happens in the game, and you get to it's like it's not like you're being forced like in the other games where it's like the game designers are the storytellers. It's their kind of like choice to what happens, and you get to choose. You get to do whatever you want in the game. For those of you who played the Arkham series and haven't played the Telltale series, just like me, because like this was my first Telltale game, I didn't even know who they were until this game was announced. So they this game is not like the Arkham games for sure. Like I thought it would be somewhat similar, like at least like a free roam. Like this was before even like when the trailer came out, like the actual trailer like a month before the game released, which was like July. Like, even then, like, I thought it was going to be, like, a free roam game, kind of like the Arkham games, but a bit different. But as soon as I started this game, like, because I've never seen gameplay for any Telltale series, like, ever. Like, I was just, like, looking forward to this game. I was like, I'm hyped, I can't wait, this game looks good. And I played, and it's like, the gameplay, how it works is like, it's like, pretty much it's a show. And, like, you're watching the show, except you get to control what happens. So it's like, you're watching a show, but you have to you're a part of the show and you do what you're supposed to. You're involved in what I'm pretty much saying. So like you swipe up and then you push the A button to punch and you push the X button to this combo, and I'm just like, whoa, this is so different. And there are some parts where you get to walk around, but that's when you do the investigating and all that stuff, and you're you know, finding clues and stuff, which I do prefer how you do like the detective things in this game. I do like it better than the Arkham games because the Arkham games, it's just like, okay, scan this on the floor because it's highlighted, scan it, and then Batman comes up with some random crap. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying like how they do it in this game is way better. What they do is, let's say, okay, something happened in, for example, this is like a spoiler if you guys haven't still left the video. What's wrong with you? Lady Arkham, who is the main villain. I'll get into like the story later, but apparently she kills her family, and you go to the crime scene and to their house, and you walk around the house, and there's clues on the floor, and you click on it, and then Batman's like, oh, so there's some blood splatter right here. Okay, next part, there's like a hole in the wall, and then it's just like once you get all the evidence, you're supposed to link it all together, and it kind of makes you think a little. Like it's like, okay, so this hole could have probably been caused by the gun, or like a bullet that's on the floor, or a gun that's in the shelf over there. It makes you think. That's what I like about this. It's not like the Arkham games where something's highlighted on the wall and you just scan it. You just hold the A button, and then there's some excuse. So that's what I like about this game. And another thing is, like I mentioned earlier, it's like you feel like you're in the game. Like there are some parts where I got emotionally attached. Like I didn't cry or anything. Like it was just like I felt like I was like Bruce Wayne, and like the choices that like I chose, like I actually like, that's something I would have done in real life if I was in that situation. So it feels real, even though like it's literally not like a VR system, and you look around like when you play the game, it like feels real. So that's what I like about this game a lot. So now let's get into story wise. So episode 1 is pretty much the introduction, and it's just like it makes sense that it's a bit more slower than the other episodes because you can't just start off with a completely action game and then no story at all, like no explanation of what's going on. So the story is pretty much Harvey Dent and Bruce Wayne, they're friends, and they Harvey is running for mayor of Gotham against this guy who, Mayor Hill. And so in the first episode, you hear like the game starts off with an action scene, which I liked. I like this game, like I knew you were gonna play as Bruce Wayne, but like that's another thing that I liked about the game. Like you get to play as Bruce Wayne also. It's not like in the Arkham games where everything takes place in like one night, which is like really cool about this game. So you start off as Batman, and then there's like a break-in in the GCPD, and so then there's like these got like these thugs, and then they're kind of like the militia in Arkham Knight. If you guys play the game, just saying. So they're breaking in and all that crap, and Batman, you just like the camera pans and you see Batman like outside of like on top of another building, and he crashes in, and like oh my god, it's just like I just think about it and it just like blows my mind. It's just like so cool how they put this game together. So yeah, you're fighting, you're like helping the people. You're helping the police and all that crap. Not really, because they're not there fighting alongside you, but you're just pretty much doing their job. And Batman is just being Batman. And then you see Catwoman, and then you fight her, and it's a really cool fight scene. And then this is where the game kind of gets slower. Not the game, like the episode is pretty much. It's like I said, it's slower because they have to explain things. So, when the fighting ends, Bruce Wayne is in the Wayne Manor, and he's getting ready for this party that he put up for Harvey so he can like have a speech and talk about what happens. And then the party happens, and like the game is interesting, but it doesn't have like that episode, like those parts where you're Bruce Wayne. Like I kind of get like, okay, can I get to like the action? Like I don't want to, because like what happens when you first play it and you hear the story, you're invested. You're like, oh wow, this is like interesting. But like if you replay the episode, it's just like, okay, I want to get to the Batman part now. Like, can we just please hurry up? So that's it's like a minor complaint, but but still the game is good. Like you get a scene where the party happens, and then you meet this Falcone, which is like a mob boss, and he tries to be a good guy. And me, I was always suspicious because I'm like I kind of know the Batman universe, and I know Falcone's like bad news. So when he showed up, I was like, no, I don't like this guy. And then he tried to shake Batman's hand, and then like I was just like, no, I'm not gonna shake your hand because I just don't like him. And then so yeah, that first episode is just pretty much talking and talking. So the next scene is like, I don't remember much. You go to the Batcave, and then like you go to this abandoned park, and that's when you meet Penguin, which I didn't know Penguin was like didn't look like that in the game. Like when he said Oz, I was like, is it gonna be like Penguin, like Oswald Cobblepot? But I'm like, no, it's probably somebody else. And I saw him, and he kind of reminded me of like just the look. He kind of reminded me of Penguin from Gotham, like. But I like this Penguin a lot. Like I just love that character. Like when I first saw him, I knew he was kind of like a bad guy, obviously, but like I just like his character. Like the Joker. He's like really bad news, but you still like him. Like that's how I felt about Penguin in this game. Like he was just awesome. But like that fight scene that you get there was pretty cool. Then that's where more talking happens, and then you find out that Harvey and Catwoman are like kind of like a little thing. And then that's when the end of the episode, which was like so mind blowing the first time. Like it's not as good as the action on the other episodes. I'm doing like this little butterfly thing, my bad. The action is like like compared to the other like action scenes for the rest of the episodes, like it's not as mind blowing. But the first time seeing it, I'm like, whoa, like that was just so cool. So you're pretty much breaking into Falcone's office or whatever that was, and you pretty much just take out all his thugs. And then what's really cool about this game is you get to you get to plan your attacks also. Like you get to so like he glides outside of the building, and then he's looking through the glass, and he has a drone, and he summons it, and then like it goes around the building, and you see like it'll scan the mobs, like the people that are a part of the mob, and like you can plan out what Batman's gonna do. So like Batman, he's looking at the drone, and he looks at his like the drone looks at the surroundings, and then excuse me, um he'll see a chair. So what he thinks, he's like, okay, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna punch the guy. When he's getting, when he like feels the punch, I'm gonna grab the chair, and when he turns on, it's just slam it at him. Like that's what that's like pretty much like summed up in words. Like that's how it is. And then like the next person, he'll like grab him and like slam him at the wall, and then the next person, he'll like throw like a battering at the light, and then the light will smash on the guy's head. Like that was really cool. Like that was another thing that I liked about this game. So yeah, then you get to fight Falcone for like it's not like a legit boss fight like in other games. Like for example, just like other games where it's like you have to do like this little combo thing like to beat the bad guy. It's not like that. Like it's swipe up to dodge the bullets. Push X to throw this bat tech at him. Like like that's why I like how different this game is. At first I was like, and then as I played the episode again, I was like, this is really cool. Like it was really cool. So at the end of like when you finish like beating the crap out of him, like you have the choice to arrest Falcone or brutalize him. And me, I'm the good Batman. You get to choose how this Batman acts. You can be the total a-hole Batman who just doesn't care, who's mean. Or you can be the Batman that is more similar to the comics where he's like, he has limits. And he can be a little bit mean, but he can like, like he has a good heart. Like how that's pretty much my Batman. That's how I see Batman as. Not like Superman, but like, like he has good intentions, But I'll still break your arm. Like I don't care. Like I'll like snap your arm if I have to, So, I missed another part of the game is when you do like another investigating thing where you investigate what happened in this like area. Like something happened where like these police had to stop like these thugs, and like it was graphic. Like I thought this game wouldn't be as bad as the Arkham series, and it's really not that bad. But like there's a part where like freaking like this cop gets affected by this gas, and like he goes insane, and he claws out like a guy's like half of a guy's face, like his eyes clawed out, and you see like just scratch marks, like not scratch marks that like you would get from a cat, like like a normal one. Like I'm talking about like his face looked like it was like melted and his eyeball was gone. I was like, dang, like this game is like graphic. And then this dude got shot in the head, and you get to pull out the bullets. I think it was like to see what kind of gun it was shot from. And like you like shove this like nail thing on the guy's head while like he's dead already. So but like still, I was like, what? And then like he just does it, and then he like moves it, and you just hear like it's like that weird like sound effect, and he pulls it out, and you just see the bullet. I was like, yo, he just freaking lodged a hole in a guy's head. Like it was just crazy. Like, I just like me personally, I like gory things. So like I mean, it wasn't gory, but like I was just kind of shocked because I didn't really expect it. But I'm okay with it at the same time. So it was cool. But anyways, back to the ending of the episode. So you gotta have, like I said, I'm a good Batman. So, I decided to arrest him. But if you brutalize him, like, oh my god, like, I don't know what these things are called, but it's like a little metal stick. And they like, if you guys seen Deadpool, like, there's a part where like Deadpool gets stabbed by it when he's like, freaking like, turning into like Deadpool and all that crap, and so that's when like that like there's like one of those things sticking out of the ground, and then like Batman just like freaking picks him up and like slams him on the ground, and like he just gets stabbed by that. I was like, oh, but the first time I chose to arrest him, so yeah, like that was my choice. So yeah, that was episode 1. It was great, and then you find out that Bruce Wayne's parents were actually criminals. Where I was like, yo, what? So yeah, that was episode 1. It was great. Now episode 2, it follows on Batman goes to the crime was it Crime Alley? I think that's what it was called, where his parents were shot, and that scene like was like kind of like emotional because like you felt bad, like, you know, and people were like trash talking his family on the news and stuff like that, and he doesn't want to believe that his family was like crime bosses or mob dealers, mob bosses or whatever. And it's sad. You're like, dang. Like, just imagine if your parents were killed at 8 years old, right? And you, for years, like your whole life, you've been like told like they were good people. They were, you know, they fought for the best, like for Gotham. Like they wanted the best for Gotham. And then you find out, you know, oh, they were bad people. You know, they weren't how they acted around you. That's not how they really acted. They were actually bad people. They tortured people. And it's kind of like, what? No, no, like I don't believe it. You know, it's just like Batman's like trying so hard not to believe it, but it's true. Like they were bad people, and you do see footage of it later. And then so that episode was also like a great episode. Like compared to episode one, like I was shocked by it. Like all like like it was so intense. Like that's another thing I love about this game. It's super intense. Like it's just like it leaves you on the edge of your seat. You're just like, whoa, like oh my god, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? So I'm just gonna like cut this real quick because like if I keep talking in detail of the episode, like this thing will be like almost an hour long. So, anyways, past episode 2, you Harvey has a speech, and instead of Falcone, Batman thinks Falcone actually was the one who sent the guy to kill his parents. My bad. But it was actually Mayor Hill, who was the mayor of Gotham at the time before Harvey becomes the mayor. And so that guy gets killed, which I'm happy because he deserved it. You know, like I was like mad. I was like, yo, if I found out who the person who killed my parents was and who caused it, I don't know if I would kill them. I probably would kill them. Like I don't know. It's just like like when he died and when he got shot by Penguin, I was like, yes, good, great, thank you. Now I don't need to worry about you. So yeah. Then, excuse me. Now the biggest thing I need to talk about is how you get to choose to save not Penguin, Two-Face or Catwoman. At this point in the game, you are teamed up with Catwoman, and to to stop to stop these Penguin from taking over the speech and killing people. And this is when you get the introduction to the Children of Arkham, which really cool characters and all that. So you find out that Penguin's working with them, obviously, and then so you get the choice to save Selina, which is Catwoman, who was about to get shot by like the thugs, and Two-Face, who was about to get his face smashed by like a huge lamp. And you see, I was in Harvey's side in this game, so I saved Harvey because I wanted, like, you see, like I was thinking like Bruce Wayne. That's another thing. Like the game like makes you feel like you're in it. So I was thinking like Bruce Wayne. I'm like I should save Harvey so he can do better for Gotham. And after that, I thought about it. I was like he's gonna eventually turn bad. So like that was kind of pointless. But you know I left it as that. You know I left him not being Two-Face. And later in the game, he doesn't get his face burned, which like you know I wish it could have been cool. Like if he actually did somehow like where you actually couldn't prevent it. So, but no, he does stay like with a normal face if you choose to save him. So, apparently there was no beef with Catwoman after that. I thought they were gonna get mad. Like I thought she was gonna be like, "Oh, you'd rather save Harvey than me?" Okay, I see how it is. But like in the next episode, she just brushed it off like, "Oh, it's fine. You know, it's all good." But now yeah. So that was episode 2. Episode 3. It's just each episode goes like it's just like episode 1 and then episode 2 and then episode 3 and episode 4 and episode 5. Like they're just like they just get better each episode. So this episode, I'm trying to remember what happens in it. Okay, so you leave off from what happened in episode 2. Yeah, when you are at the hospital with Harvey because he got kind of injured a little, and then so I don't remember much. I'm just gonna get to the ending. You find that where the Children of Arkham are about to set off the drugs to all the people around the city, and then you get this really cool fight with Lady Arkham, and you find out she's Lady Arkham in that episode. I think. No, you don't find out yet, do you? Oh yeah, you find out in that episode, which was like the biggest plot twist. I'm sorry, I like totally forgot. I haven't played it in a while, but So you have this really cool fight scene with Lady Arkham, and I'm talking about like that was just really cool. And like Batman gets like his suit all messed up, and you see like this huge line, like his suit is cracked because it's armored, so it was just like cracked and all that stuff, and it was just so sick. And obviously you beat him, so I mean you beat Lady Arkham, so you are injured because she had like this staff that shoots like this energy blast and it hurts, and you really see how it affects people in later episodes. That thing looks like it hurts. Like I do not want to get shot by that thing. So Batman's injured. Like his whole body right here, like this part of his like chest, is like just like he's like you can tell he's in pain. Like it's really bad. So Selena takes him to her apartment, and this is where like I was like what at this point. So I thought it's like in episode 1, you see that Two-Face and Selena slash Catwoman is a thing, but in episode 2, they made it seem like they weren't dating anymore. So what happens is you end up getting a little frisky with Catwoman, and you have the choice to go at it with her or to not go at it with her. And I was like, yo, I should just do it. They're not dating, so just you two have your fun. So I did it, and it was kind of weird watching it because I was like, and then like there was a part where she was like, "Are you gonna zip this jacket for me?" I'm like, "Oh, this is weird." Okay. And then like the choices were like, "I want to watch you do it," or I'll do it for you." I'm like, what? This is like, what the heck? Like this is so weird. So I kind of wish I didn't do that. It was kind of like weird, and like my little brother was around, so. But they didn't show anything, which was good because again my little brother was there, so that's why it was kind of like awkward. I was like, what the heck? I did not expect this. So, and then felt even more bad because you sleep obviously in the same bed with her. So the next morning, Batman's about to leave, but then Two-Face shows up at the door, and this retarded cat opens the door, like it was kind of cracked open, and the cat opens it, and then you just see Bruce. And this was kind of funny. I laughed. Like he was in his boxers and like nothing else. Like he just opens the door and he's like, "Oh crap!" Like it was so funny. And then that's when Two-Face loses his crap, and like you have this like fight scene, like this emotional fight scene. Like you either have the choice to be a douche and be like, "Oh no, you're a maniac, Harvey," and then or you could be like, "Harvey, fight it. You can do it." And I chose to like tell him, fight it. You can beat this guy who's going like in your head and driving you crazy. And like you just see him like trying to fight, and he's like freaking out, and he pulls out a knife, and he has like this creepy smile, and it was just like whoa. And then I thought that was gonna be the ending. So you knock out Harvey, and then so that ends, and then you have a speech the next day, and at episode 4. No, episode 3. My bad. I'm so sorry. Bruce is having this speech, and then what happens in that episode is Penguin takes over Wayne Enterprises. Bruce gets fired, and he's supposed to go on the news and say, "Oh, okay, so Wayne Enterprises is now going to be led by Oswald Cobblepot the Penguin," which I was mad about, like really mad. Like I caused like I caused a scene in like the part where that happened. So like I punched Oswald and everything. Like I was mad. Like I was just like, nope, no, why is this happening? Um, so there's when he tells a speech, like you can either read the lines or you can like say, this guy's like bad news. He's not a good person. He shouldn't be. And I thought about it, and I was like, I shouldn't have said that because that it'll make you look even more insane. But at the same time, I was like really mad. I was like, really, like, are they seriously still doing this? Like, this is crazy. So, anyways, when you get kicked out of the microphone, you go down there, and Vicky Vale, who's plays a big part. She's like trying to make Batman sound like a good guy, and she's there, and then Batman talks to her, and she drops her pen. She picks it. She picks it up, and then Batman looks down, and as soon as she grabbed it, like she like stabbed him with the pen, and that pen was actually a needle, and that had the drugs in there, and that's when you find out, which was like one of the biggest plot twists in the entire game. She was Lady Arkham, and I did not see it coming at all. Okay, I thought it was gonna be a character that was not introduced in the game yet, but that is in the comics. and it was like she was like, "Oh, you feel that? Yeah, that's the drugs going inside you." And then like you just see like him hallucinating, and like you just see her like change like with the mask. Like you just see like this like really weird effect, and like she's like you see her with the mask and everything, and she's like, "I am Lady Arkham," and then she causes you to beat the living mess out of Penguin, and yeah, so you beat the living crap out of Penguin. You get sent to Arkham Asylum, and that's where episode 4 starts. Which episode 4 was like awesome. Like you get to meet Joker. I didn't think he was gonna get introduced in this season, but you do meet him in Arkham Asylum, and he's not called Joker. He's called John Doe, and there's no really history with him. Like there's no like thing that they don't explain why he went to Arkham. And there is a cool scene where they're like, "Oh yeah, the doctors they don't have a track on him. They don't know why he was sent here. They don't know his name. They just know that he's in Arkham," which was so cool. I was like, "Yeah, that is the Joker." Like, we don't know his name. We don't know what happened to him in his life, so we don't know why he does this. And I love how they were just like, "Yeah." One of the thugs were like, "Yeah." Nobody knows why he's here, honestly. So I was just like, like some people can just nail the Joker, okay? Like, Telltale did it perfectly. So you break out, obviously. No, you don't break out. Alfred breaks you out. And then fast forward to like the end of the episode. I'm sorry, like you guys, I just want you guys to play the game, okay? I did not want to go into detail. So, and this video's taking forever, so come on. At the end of the episode, I'm trying to remember. Holy shoot! What happens at the end of episode 4? So you skip to that. You go to. Oh yeah. So this is really cool. You get to confront Harvey at a rooftop, and he's about to blow up this building with the Children of Arkham, but it also has civilians in there. And he was crazy enough to actually blow up the like that whole section of the building. So the children of like members of the Children of Arkham died, and Gotham citizens died. And you're like, whoa, what the heck, bro? And I went as Batman. You get to choose to either go as Batman or Bruce Wayne, and I went as Batman. And then I was freaking choking Harvey. I was like, what, bro? What you doing, bro? Like, what the heck? So then he tells Batman that Commissioner Gordon, or I mean Lieutenant Gordon, is in trouble. And then that's when I started choking him. And then I went there and saved him. And then once you save Gordon, you have the choice to go to Wayne Manor, where Two-Face went to kill Alfred and find. He doesn't know obviously that Bruce Wayne is Batman, so he went there to go burn down the manor, or you get to go to Wayne Enterprises, where Penguin is hacking all of your systems and all your bat tech. And so the first time I chose to go to Harvey, which was that ending was so awesome. Like, oh my god, like I thought Alfred was gonna die, which was the reason why I went there the first place. And so I played the entire episode again, and I went to go to the Penguin instead. And then I thought about it. I was like, okay, Harvey doesn't know he's Batman. Alfred can just go hide in the Batcave, and he won't know. And if he breaks in, he has bat gadgets in there, so he can just go and use it on them. And he has a gun, so he can just use it on them. So I sticked with that ending. I went to Wayne Enterprises instead, and that fight scene with Penguin and Batman is so sick. Like, it just was so cool. And it leaves you off with the cliffhanger: is Alfred dead? Because like the Wayne Manor was on fire, and I was like, oh shoot. So I was thinking like they can't kill him, especially before the last episode. So I left it as that, and I actually am glad that I changed it to the Penguin thing, because I looked up the other ending if you went to Two-Face first, and I do like the Penguin ending better, which was like so much better. Like I'm gonna stick with Penguin, because number one, you get a new suit in episode 5, and number 2, the Penguin confrontation is not as cool as the Two-Face confrontation in episode 5. So in episode 5, when you go as episode 4, if you go to Penguin, you go to fight Two-Face, and he has this just mental battle, like where Bruce Wayne is like, fight him, Harvey, like in episode 3. Fight him, make sure, he doesn't do it, like, don't go crazy. And he just, like, kills up somebody in the manor, and then Batman saves everybody else, and then, like, you just get this dramatic scene, and it's so dramatic, like Harvey was about to kill himself, and I was like, yo, and then he flips the coin, and Batman catches it on time, and then, like, you have the choice to throw it, or put it in your pocket, and I threw it because I was feeling like a douche. And then I threw it, and then he was crazy. He jumped and like he fell off the stairs, and like he like just obviously didn't get the coin. And another thing is this scene was so dramatic. Like the voice acting was perfect. Like these voice actors, like how they like when like there was a part where like Two Face was like, "Give me the damn coin," and I was like, but like how he said it was just like, oh my god, like this dude is, he means it. Like just give him the freaking coin. And when Bruce is like, Harvey, don't do this, you know, like just don't lose your shit, and it's like, come on, like get back to this. And so it's like really dramatic. So this episode, you find out that Lady Arkham, Vicky Vale, was like the reason why she killed her family in episode 4 was because they, as a child, they locked her up in this basement and or like this little room, and they would beat her. Like there were shackles there, and there was belts with like blood marks on there. And I found out before Batman did, like that this was like Vicky was kept in here. So like I don't know, like I like there was a lot of things in this game where I found out before, like I found out the stuff before Batman would, and it was just I felt cool. I was like, yes, I got it. I'm better than Batman, but obviously not, you know. So I knew that like Vicky was kept down there, which is why that was a perfect motive to go kill your parents. I mean, I don't think I would go as far as killing my parents if they did something like that to me. I wouldn't do that. But I mean, if you're kind of mentally ill, I mean that makes sense that you would do something like that. So, anyways, you find out that she went to Arkham to free all the prisoners, and then the rest of the game just gets so much better. Okay, like it's just so much better, so much better. So. You go to Arkham and you see Lady Arkham and she frees everybody, and like all like the thugs are like trying to beat you up and stuff, and you have this cool fight in the kitchen, and then you know you like find Joker, and I love this scene, like when you take down a bunch of prisoners, like you just see Joker sitting down and he's drinking, and I was like, yes, that's how you do the Joker, that's how you do the Joker justice, okay, that is how you do it. It was just so perfectly, and so after that. Then you go under like Arkham, like you go under the like underground, and you find like you hear Vicky like laughing and stuff like that, and then there's booby traps and you dodge it, and at this point Batman has a new suit and it looks so sick. It's like an armored suit. It looks awesome. So you're like walking around this maze, and then you lead to like this abandoned church, and you just see Alfred there like tied up, and then he's like, "Yo, Alfred." Oh, did I even mention that he got kidnapped? Whoops. Okay, so yeah, he gets kidnapped, and you find him, and this is like an awesome scene. Like Lady Arkham comes and she tries to hit you, and then you go like she's like, okay, if you don't take off your mask, I'm gonna kill Alfred, and so you have the choice to either take off your mask or attack her. I chose to take off the mask because you know I cared about Alfred, and I'm like, nope, F it, I'm gonna take off the mask. So I took off the mask. And oh my god, this is where you find out how like strong the freaking blast thing is. She shoots at Batman, and like she shoots at his ear, and his ear just goes completely like red. Like his ear, like right here, this whole ear is red, and then like his neck is all red. It's like all in blood, and a chunk of his ear, this little chunk right here, is gone. Like I was like, oh my god! Like I was just like, oh shoot! Like and then. I looked up on YouTube. If you attack her instead and not take off the mask, she like Alfred like gets free and punches her, and he gets his eye shot out. And I'm like, okay, I'm glad I took off the mask because I did not want that to happen. So, anyways, you have this like the best fight out of the entire season with Lady Arkham. Like I'm talking about, it was the longest and the coolest. Okay, it was so sick, and she dies at the end, which I'm happy because she deserved it. She tried to freaking kill Alfred. And she was actually intending to kill him too. Like she says it a bunch of times. And so yeah, there's a tease at the end. Joker is gonna be the villain for season 2, and I got so hyped. It's gonna be awesome because he's at a bar. He broke out of Arkham. He's like, that's gonna be hard to top what she did. I'll give it a shot. And he like takes a sip. I'm like, yes, season 2. I'm so hyped. Probably that'll come out in 2 years. I don't know when the next season, but I'm so hyped for season 2. I hope it could come out as soon as possible. If I could start playing it now, I would. Like, you have no clue. Like, I would just play it all. This video's taking forever. Like, this is like half an hour. So I apologize for this long video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to be doing gameplay as soon as I get my Elgato, which will probably be next year. I mean, okay, I'll get the Elgato this year, but I might get a mic so I can actually have some audio in the thing next year, but it's like a January, like the beginning of January. So before February, I will for sure start gaming and all that stuff for sure. Like before February, that's when I'll start. So I'll do Arkham and Batman Telltale series. I'll do each episode. And one more thing before I go. Today's Wednesday, December 5th, December 14th. Tomorrow is December 15th. I'm gonna be watching Star Wars Rogue One, which I'm super hyped for. So I'm gonna do a vlog. It's gonna be a short little vlog. It's gonna be me going to the movie theater. You know, me talking about the movie, and it's gonna, at the end, I'm gonna have like a short review, just talking about what's gonna like how I felt about the movie. And then either Friday or Saturday, I'll give you the review. And then sometime around next week, if I have a chance, I'll do a spoiler review. So, anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I will be doing gameplay for this game, like I said earlier, next year. And so, yeah, I hope you guys are looking forward to that, because I am for sure. I'm so hyped. I cannot wait to start gaming. And I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.